Hello dear students, in this lecture we are going to see the architecture which is called as distributed system architecture. In distributed system architecture, data spread over multiple machines, also known as sites or nodes. So here we have three sites, site A, site B and site C. There is a network interconnection between the machines and data shared by users on multiple machines. There are different types of distributed database, or there are different varieties of distributed databases like homogeneous, heterogeneous. So what is homogeneous? Same software or schemas on all sites, and data may be partitioned among different sites. Goal is provide a view of single database hiding details of the distribution. So homogeneous distributed system has one goal, that the user can only view that, or user can think that we are dealing with the single database, but the fact is all the details of distribution is hidden from the user. That is homogeneous distributed databases. Heterogeneous distributed database is what? Different softwares and schemas on different sites. Goal is integrate existing databases to provide useful functionality. Differentiation between local and global transaction. A local transaction accesses data in the single site at which the transaction was initiated, and global transaction either access the data in a site different from the one at which the transaction was initiated, or access data in several different sites. So global transaction is different from the local transaction, because as the name suggests, it is not compulsory that the data is accessed at the same machine or at the single site. Data can be accessed or used from the different database sites. Trade-offs in distributed system. Sharing data. Users at one site able to access the data residing at some other site. So that is sharing data, because we are able to access the data which resides at different location. Autonomy. Each site is able to retain a degree of control over data stored locally. So that is autonomy, because each and every site has its own existence and has its own degree of control. Higher system availability through redundancy. As we can have the replication of data at various sites, so availability of the system is higher here, because if one server or one site get failed, the same data is available at another site, and that can be accessed or that can be requested to the user and sent to the user. What are the disadvantages? Disadvantage is what? It added the complexity to ensure proper coordination among different sites. This is possible, but with some disadvantage like software development cost, greater potential for bugs and increased processing overhead. So this is trade-offs in distributed system. Implementation issues for distributed databases are atomicity needed even for transactions that update data at multiple sites. So, though the sites are distributed, we have to maintain the atomicity. The two-phase commit protocol, which is also called as 2PC, is used to ensure the atomicity. Two-phase commit protocol is not always appropriate. Other transaction models based on persistent messaging and workflows are also used. Distributed concurrency control and deadlock detection is also required in the implementation of distributed databases. Data atoms may be replicated to improve the data availability. So here, whenever we want to implement distributed database, we have various strategies or techniques to achieve atomicity, then data replication, then two-phase commit protocol or some persistent messaging mechanisms. So this is all about distributed database system architecture. Thanks for listening.